Oh yeah, let's start. Okay, so if you notice about it, have you ever wondered to yourself why whenever we speak or whenever you speak English, there's always people, especially people who is in your country who is not well or maybe natural for them to speak English, and they always find a way to criticize the way you speak. Like they said, oh, fix your grammar. Your grammar is kind of bit off. And also your accent. You have a different accent. I mean, your accent doesn't suit this type of language, especially English. Like for example, I'm Filipino, and the way I speak, oh, hey, I'm talking to you. This is how I normally speak when it comes to Filipino accent where they speak English, okay? But that's normal because that is how we usually speak, and I still I still have Filipino accent, and I'm very proud by that. The fact that I have accent of Filipino, I mean, it's fine. It's just accent. Yeah, let's switch to a very soft accent, which is what I'm currently using right now. So, have you noticed the differences? I mean, the difference between that. So, yeah, they will always find a way to criticize your accent and especially your grammar. So people tend to be, perfectionists when it comes to grammar. But guys, don't worry about that. Grammar is just grammar. You have plenty and enough time to learn grammar in English. You don't have to be so perfect. Just continue what you're doing. Continue speaking what you love to speak. And that what is all matters. Yeah. I also started from the scratch. I didn't quite mind about my accent, especially since Filipino has a very thick and hard accent when it comes to English. Like, what the hell? Oh wait, that's not. Yeah, like for example, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, this is not light, See, it's quite hard if you don't produce some soft sound, and see the difference. It has a huge difference. Yeah. So that's what we really need. Like, don't be too perfectionist and just keep striving until you learn most all of the English. The vocabularies, the lexis, the important structures on English. Yeah, that's what it all matters. It was quite embarrassing since the environment I grew didn't quite speak the language of English, and it's hard to try to speak like that because people will look at you and they will say, oh my gosh, is he a foreigner or something? Yeah, like, do you have to be a foreigner in order to speak English? The answer is no. Okay, it doesn't have to do with the race, and what matters is people will understand what you're saying. Like, it is much more focused on meaning base, and the smalls, all of it matters. And I know that actually applies with everybody when they start from beginning. Yeah. Well, especially at beginning or maybe your first time speaking English, you will have a hard time copying their accents, the native speaker of English. And if you think about it, there's a lot of people who are, just the basic structures in English, like it's not even well developed. And if people heard about it, especially the native speakers of English, you'll like, oh my gosh, you're producing well. I mean, you're doing well with it, speaking English. So yeah, there's a lot. I mean, there's a level of speaking English like beginner, intermediate, and of course, the professional one. So actually, I'm still on the beginner, and this is the stage I'm in right now, beginner. So even though I'm beginner right now, I'm still able to handle it properly, like the communication. I can start a basic communication with native speakers. Like, if you observe about it, even the native speaker aren't that perfect. They are actually have quite a flow, and that not really matters to them at all because you're going to quite pick their style someday. I mean, in the future if you keep doing that. So yeah, that's pretty sure all of it. So there's no anything additional. I just want to say that you don't have to perfect your English. Just make sure that you're doing well, and that's what matters.